We've got another big heat in our hands right now. M.Picklum, our reigning world champion, taking on the rookie Yolanda Hopkins, who is arguably one of the hardest working, most competitive women that we have on the draw this year. Yo-Yo.
Let's have a look here what happened during the break. So Yolanda just up on a wave, opening her account. A couple of nice swooping carves here and kind of getting things underway pretty early in this heat. We'll see if this one kind of walls up through the inside, if she can kind of get up into the lip. Kind of looks like it might be tapering off a bit as she moves through. But trying to get a little bit of an early lead on Molly at the moment. I mean, probably no massive score coming from this wave, but, you know, priority rotation sort of beginning, and nice to probably get the feet in the wax and, you know, have a completed wave. There's so many waves coming up that are going to, you know, suit her style of surfing as she looks here on the outside.
Yo-Yo, we know she loves a tube. Let's see if she can find one here. Good looking wall ahead of Yolanda Hopkins here. Carve to start off to M.Picklum down the line, who's trying to gain some speed. You can see positioned herself a little bit wider. We talk about this on that high tide, that the takeoff peak is a little bit further down the line. Yo-Yo identifying that now, vertical on the first section. Bit of foam on the face here. She's doing well to navigate it, checks it in the pocket. Now starts to push a little bit harder, moves that tail around, is getting nice and free with it. Goes up for a finishing floater here, so Yo-Yo, she's building. Every time she's up and riding on her feet, it looked a lot more comfortable on that wave than her previous ride.
Been pretty night and day for me. Like, that's where the big numbers are coming from. They want to see you go vertical. So I think that wave selection where, you know, is going to be crucial, because you're going to have to find those waves that allow you to go up into the pocket, as we just watch this one here from Yolanda again. Gets the finish. So look, she's got a couple of scores on the board. Are they probably going to be massive ones? No.
I don't know, it felt like in our heat maybe the tide had just come up that little bit more, and the east current or the east swell just sort of separated a bit, and next minute you're taking off on one thinking it's going to grow, and then it would like race off and close out, or totally. And I've been in I've tried 4 different boards, and I've sort of, I don't know, I've been all over the place with my boards, and I'm just feeling very rusty. So it's been quite the journey, but very happy to get another heat win. And I just want to get barreled, I just want to get barreled in the heat. So
this is a great wave. I mean, if you look here, she's got a couple of manoeuvres. She goes to the little layback jam there, and then a bit more variety up into the lip, and just slots straight into the tube, and nice clean exit out. So that's going to feel super good.
Just in that replay as well, looking at where Molly got into that barrel, it was so late out the back here. Yo-Yo on a good looking wave. She's going to pull up and into it as well. She goes high, but she gets the exit here, comes around. There's a big wall ahead of Yolanda Hopkins right now. Carves back as well, looking for a little bit more energy through the inside. Now it's going to bowl up, swoops all the way down, holds that carve, extends it out. She's got more room to work with down the line. This is easily one of the best waves we've seen come through. The shape, the quality, it is absolutely pumping today. Yo-Yo still laying it on rail. Her legs would be absolutely burning right now. Taking it all the way through, looking to go vertical here, lays into a good looking carve. Look how far down the beach is. She's well past Little Marley. She's in Greenmount territory, and she gives a look back to the crowd. Yolanda Hopkins just picked an absolute gem.
Oh, that was cool. I love the 1-2 there.
Yo to be the underdog, but she's got to answer back to a great wave here.
Oh, this was epic. This was so cool. It was so critical. You know, just the commitment of the takeoff, just the sheer size of this wave automatically. Obviously, you know, we're not scoring on size, but what comes with size is so much more energy and power throughout your turns. I mean, that was a big hack. And this wave kind of maintained its height pretty well down the bank. So, look, so she followed this up with a nice couple of carving manoeuvres. I mean, she's obviously got the 438 and more on this wave. It's going to be a nice contrast to see where the judges do go on this, you know, compared to Molly's 817. Molly's 817 was the 2 cracks into the lip, into the tube. This one, you know, different sort of approach. Bigger wave, tube from the beginning, and super long, you know, with a series of manoeuvres afterwards are out this morning, as we see a quick in and out from Molly.
That wave was 50 seconds long.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness.
11 turns and a tube on that wave. This is easily, this is why we love Snapper Rocks. How often do you get to say, yeah, I caught a 50-second wave, did 11 turns and got a barrel? It is just screaming volumes to how pumping it is out there right now. So backing up that 817 really nicely here, Flick.
Yeah, this is a cool little wave. I mean, it's just so beautiful from this water angle. I absolutely love to watch it. I think this next turn, this big, powerful float over this section, she just propelled out of that with so much speed. Wave went a little bit weird here, but she did her best. She knows she just wants to back it up, the 817, put more pressure on Yolanda and, you know, make that requirement just that bit more. But she finishes. She's looking so strong. On the flip side, right, Molly, obviously, reigning world champ, all the momentum going her way. You know, as we see Yo-Yo, let's see what she's got.
Nice looking wall and just loses the fins here for Yo-Yo. Molly, she's looking so good. Her equipment looking really sharp. What are you making of it, Kaipo?
World champ's probably not going to make mistakes, and she's going to hold down that position. Yo-Yo looks like she's sneaking one under here, though. Belts to lip. Let's see if she can come around this section and take it away, Jess. That's not what she needs right there.
It's not, Kaipo. I totally agree.
Molly, being a part of the Rip Curl team for so many years now, she's spent so much time up here. She's no stranger to Snapper, as we see Yolanda.
Yo-Yo tucks into this one, chasing a 6.68, stalled as hard as she could for that wave to really lengthen out that cover time. Forced to a rail here. This wave starting to taper a little bit down the line. Hope that it has a second wall through Little Marley down towards that Greenmount section. She's seeing something. She's going to stick with it here. Waiting for another big moment. She'd love to have a strong finish. Building speed through the inside. She's going to tap it here. And you can see the shoulders just dropping a little bit there from Yo-Yo.
Had so much experience out here. Let's break down what Yo-Yo did on her last wave. So, little tube from the start. But look, the thing that's going to let her down here, she just didn't find that vertical face, right? Both these waves, you know, Molly's as well, kind of just tapered a bit, and they didn't really have that second sort of section. I think, you know, we can kind of see, you know, as Yo-Yo kicks out on this one, she kind of knows. I think she knows she needs more. It's an awesome little wave. I mean, if you're free surfing and you get that little tube from the beginning, you're absolutely stoked. So, look.
That wave, unfortunately, letting her down at the end. World champ from 2025, swooping on her rail. Now starts to push harder through this second carve. You can see she waited a while for this wave. Same story. Is it going to grow down through Little Marley? She's going to stick with it. Starting to pace herself, not over surfing or trying to out-surf the pace of this wave. That's all it's going to be. But both of the ladies really capitalising on that out the back part of the bank.
Is it going to be the score? Probably not. I mean, I was looking forward to seeing this front-on angle of this first carve from Molly. You could just see with the angle that she had there, it's kind of like it gives you feedback and so much power on that first carve. So a couple of really epic moves at the beginning there. But, yeah, a little bit of a tapered finish here for both women. Obviously, points going to come from the start of both of those waves, but yeah, I think Yolanda's going to be chasing more.
Good news is she has priority. Molly's situating herself quite a ways down the point. She's actually going to go this wave here. She's going to leave Yo-Yo out the back with priority, looking for a score. Roundhouse to start off from M.Picklum. She's going to pull in. You can see she's moving, but unfortunately that wave closing out down through Little Marley. Let's break down that decision, though.
From your last wave, that it's a 7.5 for those two powerful turns. I think she's just wanting to surf and get the reps in. But, yeah, to your point, yeah, definitely, you know, she's as we look at this water cam footage, it's just beautiful. Not going to come out there, but, yeah.
Cannot wait to finish the year. There are 15,000 points on the line. And that's where we're going to see our world champion crowned with this year's new season format. 30 seconds to go. Yo-Yo with an opportunity here. Vertical on this first section. She needs excellence. It's got to be an 8.67. I'm not liking the look of that tapered wall here. And Yo-Yo goes to cut back, but unfortunately on that heel edge rail and knocked off with that whitewater. There's going to be 10 seconds to go. There's always a wave behind a set here at Snapper Rocks, and Yo-Yo's going to capitalise. Swoop to start off. It's a little bit of a smaller wave, and it's never convincing when a surfer looks out the back to see if there's more. And you can see as those shoulders drop, she knows that unfortunately her fate is going to be set here. She's got to surf pumping waves, but Molly's just proven that she's a really hard task to get a jump on here.
She's going to be difficult to get past. You know, that 7.5 is really coming from the strength of three manoeuvres, two of them just being really those big calves. And I think there's such a maturity in her surfing. Her technique is so good. She's dropping scores. She's looking pretty dangerous.
Yeah, Molly just locking in the second highest heat total of the event so far on the women's side of the draw. So really just flexing that world champ authority. She means business here at Snapper Rock. She spends a lot of time here now, so looking really comfortable out in what is an absolutely pumping lineup.
World champ, light it up. Yeah, what a morning. That was a sick heat. Super fun.
Yeah, for sure. It was tricky though, like we were just talking about. The high tide kind of made it just like shifty and, I don't know, split up a little bit. So, I mean, I still got some dreamy ones though. I was happy, like I got myself a little barrel and a couple turns. So, yeah, it was good. I'm happy to be making heats.
Mate, whole beach is just lighting up. Deluxe. Yo-Yo got some sick waves in that one as well, so it was a good battle.
Yeah, I know. It was kind of like you could run away with it, but then she got like that one bomb and honestly, it was such a sick wave. I was like, oh no, I hope like it goes a little fat or something, but she absolutely lit it up and got a 7. So yeah, it was cool. Like it's obviously why we love sport, you know, like you want the pressure and then you want that opportunity to kind of jam 1 turn, 2 turns and get a score. And yeah, so happy that I could provide on the 7 and, you know, secure it a little tighter.
Let's talk about those jammed up turns, mate. Fast, furious, fierce, just through the lip. The rail just absolute hot knife through butter. Board's looking that good.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously Darren, great, like he shapes all his boards for here, so I've got the absolute magic quiver. And yeah, this wave, you just get so slingshot off the bottom into the lip, so you kind of can't go wrong really in these boards, these waves. It's a magical kind of combination coming together.
There's a lot of power down here today, Mol. There's so many people on the beach. I was just hanging up with your good mates, Emma McKeon and Ash Barty upstairs. Steph got through her heat this morning, just Aussie queens all over the place.
I know, it's good to be back here, honestly, because everyone does come here and we have so many good athletes. So I was able to catch up with them yesterday and just hang out, and obviously they're goats of like they're Aussie icons, you know, and it's cool that they take a little interest in surfing and what Steph and I are doing, and I'm happy to obviously be winning for the team, you know. Let's keep it going.
Well done, mate. Into the quarters. Look forward to seeing you again later on the Savo.
Yeah, let's go. Honestly, it should get pretty fun with the low tide and stuff, and I'm hoping, like Phil was kind of like, hey, you're going to get a low tide here, which would be sick if we're just trading off tubes, you know. So I'm happy that quarters are on, and let's just keep trying to make heats.
Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you.